Perhaps capturing beauty is like letting yourself fall into a pit and sinking deeper.
No, you have not stumbled upon a gooning video, but you have entered the trance world of Dreams of Another, a game that'll make you think and forget as it whispers by in a wave of digital bubble wrap. It's good stuff then, and I'll tell you why you need to get this one on your playlist ASAP. Watch on and find out why. First things first, there are various ways to play, all on one Sony console. You've got the normal and, quite frankly, pointless flat screen version, which is third person. And I say it's pointless, but that only stands if you've got a PSVR2 headset. It's the exact same game, mind you, but this is the version I spent the least amount of time with. On PSVR2, you've got the first-person mode, which is exclusive to VR. It brings you closer to the world and really does sell the abstract illusions it throws at you. You aim your guns in a traditional manner, but there's no fancy reloading, it's all automatic. And that's fine. This is a Christopher Nolan-style dream trip, not a military circle jerk. Then there's the third person in PSVR 2, and I put off trying this mode for a while, as I was convinced it wouldn't compare to the first person mode. I was wrong. The controls in third person mode are what sold me. You aim with your eyes. It's one of the best use cases of the eye tracking on PSVR 2 that I've seen yet. It's a very simple use, but it's consistent and it works, and it feels great, like you're painting the world with your eyes. So what is the setup here? The game starts with a cold open, putting you in the boots of a soldier too cowardly to use his weapons. He dies, and then we get to the main menu. Or is it? This is where you land when a dream ends, and it's where a new one starts. That man in the bed is the man you play as, the man in the pajamas, and your guide is the soft soldier from the start, delivering words of nonsense that, I swear, the longer you play, become words of profound wisdom. It really does capture the feeling of being in a dream, where somebody could speak utter bollocks, but it makes sense to you inside that world. I found myself convinced the world would just make sense if I could pop every bubble and build it properly around me. Instead, after peppering a Ferris wheel with bullets, I was dragged back to the space between dreams to wonder where I'd go next. Like real dreams, they start to reoccur, and patterns emerge from the chaos. Gameplay is mostly centered around blasting bubbles, if I'm being honest, but your marksman skills are still put to some use when the mysterious auras show up, and they can be a fair challenge. You're not going in half asleep though, you've got your mate to help you, the scaredy sergeant. He is your upgrade guy, and that makes perfect sense. He's decked out in weapons, but lacks the stomach to use them. You trade him random shit for his stuff. Fair deal. And forget about proper progress, except the weird flow. You'll forget the last stream as quickly as the next one starts. In fact, to put this review together, I had to go back through my captures to remember what I'd actually been up to inside the game. And yeah, it's mostly popping the world. If I had to make a lazy comparison, it's like a cross between Power Wash Simulator and the PS Vita deep cut The Unfinished Swan, with that satisfying paint the world gameplay. The game also throws weird, deep questions at you, so don't be surprised if you end up sitting there dribbling like a bag of kittens at 3 in the morning. I did. As you've already seen, the presentation of Dreams of Another is something else. You're brought into weird, wonderful dreamscapes that are nothing but blurs of bubbles, and it's your job to pop them and bring them to life. It's a treat for the eyes, and it all runs very well. I have seen some chatter online about the game using reprojection, and it's fine. The only thing I'd say that lets it down is that sometimes, on clusters of bubbles further away, you can feel a slight sluggishness. I don't know. I was off my tits for most of my time playing, because when life throws you a game that looks like a trip, you don't miss the opportunity to elevate your high for free. Come on guys, in this economy. Seriously. For a game where you're mostly holding down the trigger, there's the risk of having your ears dulled by constant machine gun fire, but that's not the case here. It's soft and, well, dreamlike. Even the way people speak is odd and out of pace, and I would ordinarily criticize it, but here, in Dreamland, it makes sense. I do have a complaint though. Reading small text is nigh on impossible in PSVR 2, and I hated being thrown out of the world whenever a cutscene played. But these are my only complaints. So, the big question, should you buy this game? And I am honestly conflicted. I absolutely get it, I feel it, and I really enjoy it, but only in PSVR 2. The flat screen version, maybe if the VR version didn't exist, it might have stood a chance. But the basic bitch that I am says, hey, I know what I like, and if there's the best possible version, I want it. So yeah, I recommend it for PSVR 2 players, absolutely. It's a really cool game, and the eye tracking alone will have you jamming it on your friends' heads as you try to turn them to the cause. For PS5 owners, I suggest you get a PSVR 2 headset. And that's the end of this video. And look, more PSVR 2 stuff to watch. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, it is always appreciated. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, do me a solid and go on down below, hit the like and now hype and subscribe buttons, and give the bell icon a tap so you get notified whenever there's something new to watch. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers my dears.